Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about Apple TV show Foundation. And we're going to be talking about episode 1. Let's get right into it, shall we? Spoilers! Okay, so this is turning out so far, just in one episode. It's about a little over an hour long. It's quite interesting. Quite the interesting little tidbits. If you give it a chance, you start listening to what people are saying. It's got political drama going on. It's got intrigue. It's definitely a beautiful show. They spent the money on this one. They did. They show you different like little creatures, environments from different planets because here's what it's about. There's this galactic empire. They start off the show showing you the galaxy in which you will be interacting during this series right off the bat. Beautiful. Absolutely. I was like, is that a whole galaxy? Like, for real? Okay. So we got a whole galaxy. So we're establishing the playing field. Everywhere. All over the place, right? We got outer worlds, edge of the galaxy type stuff going on. We got in the center, more towards the center. That's where power is consolidated, and this imperial faction is in charge, ruled by these three clones: Dawn, Day, and Dusk. They're the clones of the original emperor from like 500 years ago or something to that effect, or I don't know, 10,000 years ago, whatever it is. It's a long ass time because this empire is ruling over the entire galaxy, And of course, with something that massive, you can't really control it all. So you got some factions that war with each other. The galaxy got to intervene. The empire got to intervene in it, and stuff like that. Well, Empire being all about science and stuff, and the ability to build and engineer and technology. They have, of course, one of the best mathematicians in the galaxy right there on their main planet of Trantor. Okay, so we got Trantor as the main Imperial city planet. It might as well be like the Star Wars. What's the name of that planet? I can't think of the one that's basically just like city on top of city on top of city. That's kind of what Trantor is. It's the outer layer of the city of the planet is only lived on by the Imperial family themselves. Everyone else lives underground, layers upon layers upon layers down. Messed up, I know. And they ruling over, I think they said 8 or 9 trillion beings in this galaxy. Yeah, not great because they got different species. Some of these, and they're not telling you what kind of species these are or where they came from. You just find it out as you go. There's species who run the jump gates, which the jump gates look beautiful, and they actually it opens a wormhole on the ship, and it's beautiful. I love it. I love the visualization of that. That was awesome. To be able to see and be awake and conscious during a transwarp time, you got to be a special type of individual, which our girl from Syntax, who we're following, Gail, yeah, she's from the outer edge of the galaxy, where they still, are more of a religious type of people, and so they don't really care for science that much, and so she's like an outlier and an outcast, and she's glad to be leaving because she won a math contest to go work with Harry, who is the top mathematician in the galaxy. And so she all excited about that, at the same time terrified. So we got that going on. She had to travel in a jump ship to Trantor, which was awesome to see, but she ended up waking up when she wasn't supposed to. So they mentioned that a little bit. So she kind of special in that way, not to mention that she's smart as hell. You know what I'm saying? And she's pretty quick on the uptake. She don't, take her long to figure out what's happening around her, what's going on, or what she needs to do next. in order to move forward. So I'm glad that they developing this character this way, Gail. She's great. Harry, the guy she's working for, has a assistant. His name is Raish. Typical, gonna be later on love interest for her, whatever. He hasn't proven this up to me yet. Kind of whiny, I'm just saying. We'll see what happens with Raish. But anyway, she comes to Trantor. She all amazed by everything. They got a whole like space bridge that go from the planet up to this space station where the ship's dock, and then you come down and take you 14 hours to get down to travel this thing. Meanwhile, rebellion is festering somewhere and everywhere. They think that because Harry has now predicted through his math the fall of the Empire in 500 years, that he's festering rebellion, and that, you know, people gonna start fighting about it. And he's not wrong. The Empire's not wrong, you know, but they ruthless in how they trying to root out this whole rebellion that they think is going on, and that's a threat to their power. And Harry set up straight during the trial. They had a whole trial about it because they arrested both him and her, Gail and Harry, over this whole thing. And he knew that that's what was going to happen, but he needed her there to help push this situation along and to help show that his way is better. He even broke it down for him during the trial. He was like, look, fall is happening. Ain't nothing can be done about it. It's going to be happening in about 500 years, maybe even sooner if things play out differently. But yeah, if you allow me to do my plan, you know, it'll be only 1,000 years of darkness of people, you know, trying to struggle to rebuild life on all these different planets throughout the galaxy and build up power and all that kind of stuff. You get rid of me, you don't listen to me, you don't do my plan, it's gonna take about 30,000 years for civilization to rebuild because of all of the lost information and knowledge. Something I feel like human beings right here on planet Earth went through with the burning of the Library of Alexandria and so many other book burning scenarios that happened during the Middle Ages. So much information over time and history of human history has been lost. Things we don't know. Reasons some of, I feel like, are why we don't understand some past history achievements from different civilizations. How did they do? How did they probably knew what we knew. They just had a different way of knowing it. And we now, because all of that's been destroyed, we don't know how they know. We're just figuring it out ourselves. So, you know, I can see why he had a plan there. Like, I'm trying to mitigate the damage. The fall is happening. So nothing you can do about it. I'm trying to mitigate the damage. So that's what he wants to create, this foundation. The title of the show. He wants to create this foundation that's going to be able to store everything and have it available for when the fall happens. Afterwards, people will start being able to rebuild. So, there's another planet named Terminus. This is where they're going to build this foundation. It's an outer rim planet, you know, out of the way, and not all that hospitable, but a good place to try to, you know, store all this information and try to get everything prepared for when the fall happens. Meanwhile, on this planet Terminus, 35 years after they initially started the building of this foundation, they got a little city going on there, but there's also this alien object, obelisk thing, just there on the planet. Been there, don't know nothing about it, don't know where it came from. Nobody can get near it. It emits this field that pushes everything and everybody away. I mean, down to the smallest insect to the biggest animal. Plants, vegetation, nothing. It pushes everything away from us, so you can't get near it. But there's someone working there on the planet for the foundation that apparently can get close enough to it to even touch it. What is this alien technology? Is this going to be the start of the fall of what's going to be the Empire? Interesting. And what's in it? Who are these aliens? Where did they come from? Are they from outside the galaxy? Outside, because that's why they showed the entire galaxy and they called it the null star field or something outside of that, you know. So what that they from another galaxy and they like planted a seed. Like eventually we'll get there. You know, I don't know. It's interesting, but they had the lady touch it at the end, and I want to know what happened. So that was episode 1 of The Foundation. So far, it's off to a good start. I'm enjoying the political intrigue and the infighting. One of the things that dude told them to do was stop the cloning, and then yeah, the emperors were not with that. They were like, "Oh, you done lost your mind, bro. We've been doing this for like 400 years. We good." So yeah, I think though that it's gonna start to be a differentiation in how the three of them think: dawn, day, and dusk. And I think they're gonna start some infighting on their own. That's how I see what's gonna happen. So we will see, and I will see you guys for the next episode. In the meantime, have a great day.